we are seeing that 60 days inside countries are being stopped. But this is something that used to be there before, you know. Like I was trying to encourage people, you know. So when the pandemic came, they didn't have this option of someone traveling to another country because we saw Oman closed, Saudi Arabia closed, all those countries, they closed their borders. So they brought back the inside country.
Okubiza mu Luganda, okukyusa visa nga tofulumye, kyajjawo lwakubanga COVID.
Yes.
Because there were restrictions with travel.
Yes.
So ne bagamba for now abantu bakyusize munda
because abantu basobola bakiriza mu nsi endala. Nenga before abantu era bali bagenda Oman nga tugenda Sharjah ne tukola visa chain tugenda mu nsi eziddira kwawo.
A very warm welcome. Yona gyotulabira, yona gyotukwatidde, weebalire ddala. If you're a returning subscriber, I want to thank you so much for watching our shows, for commenting, for liking, for clicking the notification bell. So if you're watching us for the very first time, I would also like to encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click that notification bell so that you're always the first person to know whenever we upload new videos. Thank you so much. Today, my guest is the PR of Ugandans in the UAE under the umbrella body of AUUU, right?
AUU.
Yes, she's my guest today, and we're here to talk about the current visa situation that is happening. I want to encourage you to sit back, relax, and let us know more about what is currently happening in the UAE. Thank you so much. Welcome to the show, Ashley.
Thank you. It's nice seeing you again. I really like you know that, right?
Thank you.
I like your show. I think me being like a journalist student, I was a journalist student. I feel like you are reaching that point of journalism like I really studied.
Oh, really? Thank you.
I've told you before, right? I really like your shows, how they organize. I think your producer is doing an amazing work.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
They are so organized, the way you are confidently asking questions, like they are just amazing.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. And thank you really for honoring my invitation and coming to the show.
Always.
Thank you.
Yes, always.
Ashley, abantu abasinga, sorry, we're going to have to mix the two languages. I've not heard you speak Luganda for a very long time. I actually never hear you speak Luganda.
I do speak Luganda.
Mpola. Today you're going to try it. Huh?
Yes, sure.
That's good. So most people know you as Ashley Quality. You're into tours and travel. You also that was the PR for Ugandans.
Yes.
Naye twagala kumanya ani Ashley. Is there any other thing that I might have forgotten?
Yes, most people called me Ashley Quality, but my real name's Hadija Muhammad. I'm a firstborn of 4 from my father, but from my mother. But from my father, we are very many. I am also a mother of 1 beautiful girl. I am single currently. Yes, and I think those are the only ones people don't know about me. Is there anything else?
I don't know.
I think those are the only ones. And I'm a nice person. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you again for coming to the show. Ashley, you are the right person to ask actually. You're into visas. So recently there's been a problem. Nga abantu tebabawa visas. Naddala bannayuganda. Simanyi oba kiri ku bannayuganda bokka oba all people.
Tekiri ku bannayuganda bokka. There are lots of countries that have been affected. Uganda, first of all, chatandika mba Nigeria, then nechida mba Uganda, the Cameroon. There is countries like Congo, you know. They're just like some rare Bangladesh, you know, some rare countries. But sinti umanyikati abantu babo balowooza it's only Ugandans, you know, or bana Uganda balina kye bakola. No. It's a general problem, you know. And like I said, it's not like in a particular person or country. Yeah. Yes.
So what happens exactly? Like the immigration just decides who they blacklist?
Yes. Ndoza njogera mu Luganda kati. Like ebiseera ebisinga ensi eno bwe bayikola amateeka gayo. They don't wake up ne bagamba mbu tugenda kukola kino. You know, they do according to what they feel they want to do. You know, so when we started hearing complaints of the 90 days, for example, the 90 days when they were there before. So when the system was changed to 60 days, no one was given a notification that we are going to do this. No, they just did it by their own. And visas were automatically changed to 60 days. And we saw all nationalities getting affected, you know. It's like it was a general thing, you know, like they were preparing people to do 2 months visa, to get to 2 months visa. And then we saw 2 months visa getting like lots of time in the system to get approved, you know, because when you're doing, it's like when you're building a house, of course it takes time from the beginning. You have to start from the, you know, from laying the bricks and what. So even this one, the system is slow and then it comes back to normality, how it was. So now, again, we are seeing that 60 days inside countries are being stopped. But this is something that used to be there before, you know. Like I was trying to encourage people, you know, this is not something new, you know. For us who have been here for 6 years, I myself, I have done visa changes, like for, I think more than 5 times. You know, and I went to Oman, I went to Saudi Arabia, you know, I went to Sharjah and slept there for like 4 days, you know. We used to do, it was something that used to be there before. So when the pandemic came, they didn't have this option of someone traveling to another country because we saw Oman closed, Saudi Arabia closed, all those countries, they closed their borders. So they brought back the inside country. So inside country was also there before. But it was expensive. It was only Dubai doing inside country as $2,250 for kids and old women. Actually, Africans were never given inside countries before.
Okay, Ashley, okubiza mu Luganda, okukyusa visa nga tofulumye, kyajjawo lwakubanga COVID.
Yes.
Because there were restrictions with travel.
Yes.
So ne bagamba, for now, abantu bakyusize munda
because abantu basobola bakiriza mu nsi endala. Nenga before abantu era bali bagenda Oman nga tugenda Sharjah ne tukola visa change tugenda mu nsi eziddira kwawo. Ate ebiseera ebisinga twali tugenda naye nga tetulwawo. Ugendayo like let's say 8 hours no komao. Ne olusi no gendayo era no surayo naku 2, naku 3, naku 4, naku 5. Kati ne fulmane komao. Kakati we batandika ino processing pia okubeera nga kati visa zitandisate okuddamu ukolebwa eza gonde eza outside country. Twalabye mbu bus stop in the inside country and then they were like no A to A again, you know, because the system is slow. Kati omuntu ogenda mu A to A mu nearest agenda twalayo like 7 days. Jukira oba ogenze ne gundi nenyonyi.
A to A is airport to airport.
Airport to airport. Oba ogenze Oman, wali Oman. Tosobola kubeera, remember teri like oba hotel. No, ogenda beera ku kisaawe wali munda. So tosobola kubeera mu kisaawe for 7 days. So when they had just started, there was no A to A because they were scared. The system is slow. Umutasola agenda ku gundi Oman no beerayo for more than 8 days, you know. You'll be deported. And of course we saw that there are some people who went and then they were deported, you know. But right now, system is good, okay. Right now it's okay. So you can do A to A to Sharjah. But also it's on limited offers. What do you just say? Visa, like they're very wide. No, they're very wide. There's what you call a quota. So there are some certain companies that have quotas to take A to A, but there are some who don't have. So let's say a company like Cosmo, I'll give. So we know, okay, I will explain to you like this. We as like the companies you see around, they have suppliers. So these suppliers are big companies like Cosmo, you know, Sata.
Supplying
exactly. Kati zino companies ziba zina quota. Oshiraba. Kati zezigamba negamba kati gwe tusobola kola gundi A to A. Kati yeah, so that is it. So right now they can take to Sharjah A to A. So again, Sharjah, you can also go by bus. We have like right now we have different dates, but you know have to look at the dates, like availability of dates. So they will tell you tomorrow we have this, tomorrow we have this. But of course, why we have like today we are giving this news, the other news is because every day something new comes up. You know, like I said, bana sajja tebayogera information izabwe. Bakenda ku machabo ne bakole echa.
Baba one notice.
Yeah, ne bagamba encha tewali kino. okiraba enkya tewali kino
so kino teki affecting per se Ugandans bokka. It is a general thing.
Yes, it's a general thing.
Every nationality.
Actually, waba waliyo nationality yo eri affected ye Nigeria. Kuba bote balina kye basobola okukola. Oba tolina myaka 4 tolina kyosobola okukola mu eno nsi. Katugambe yo yeri affected. Yo nga yo Nigeria. Kati wetuda mu gundi za employment visa. Recently ni mukulu Roni yankubira esimu kuva mu embassy. Nangamba nina n'ekifaananyi actually nangamba twatisikanye sorry yali Amir, the head of immigration officer in the embassy. From his whatever analysis, he said that the immigration was actually refusing, stating that they don't know anything about rejection and denial of Uganda under a block, you know, as they say that Uganda is under block. And so what happened, he requested that we should get samples of the visas that they're saying that they are rejected. So at first I sent, and then again, we got another call from the president actually of our association, Mr. Abdul Basit, that he was given a call from Mr. Wadada, and he also wanted like full names. So I think as per yesterday, I have about 500 people who have registered.
So people whose visas have been rejected can reach out
yeah,
to
and
you?
Some of them are just hanging. Yes, they can.
And then you can help forward those names to the embassy?
Yes, just for the name and the number, only that.
Yeah. So how can people be helped? Ababantu abagala, let's say, visa change or abagala okudenga tebayina passports?
Omuntu yenna okuddayo Kampala.
Kuddayo Kampala wo okukyusa visa.
Okukyusa visa oba tolina passport ekisoboka. Tosobola agenda to A to A nga tolina passport. Because at the end of the day, this is an airport. Ogenda Sharjah airport, ogenda Linnya, then okomewo. Mostly A to A no idios hours no is for 8 hours. Ogenda wali go on the Sharjah, then you literally don't stay there for so long, then you come back again. So you need a passport to check in and check out. So but tolina passport osobola kuyambibwa. Naye oba tolina passport oyagala kudda Kampala, of course that's kisoboka mugundi ku embassy, you can go and you get a pass out. But again also when you don't have a passport, you need to give a reason where is your passport. So that comes back for you to get a good conduct certificate or lost passport, you know. And by the way, kino about balina chiga kuba abantu abasinga bafuna kino ekizibu passport yo ebuze oyagala kudda Kampala naye ate ogeze n'ofuna pass out fumanya ofuna gundi from the embassy, then the document of Gamambo you can travel without a passport, but ate passport yo yinza kuba wagireka mu kiyumba. That's another scenario, because you need to share to the immigration where is your passport. So when you go to the airport, they will ask you for your passport. For example, you left your passport in the house or in your company, they can't, because remember this is a system. So probably there's an absconding, you know, there's a problem. Where is your passport? They need to know exactly where is your passport. So you need to get a lost certificate, lost certificate, you know. So before you travel out of the country, when they give you that document for you to exit from the embassy, you need also to have either a lost certificate or something to show that your passport is no longer with you, you know. So like such kind of scenario is happening to me. Like maybe my clients or someone, afuna document certificate, you need it, you know. So that is it.
So finally, we are wrapping up. I want to know, like, can you explain properly what is A to A, B to B? Ebintu ebyo terminology ezo abantu abasinga tuzitegeera.
Nga we nagambe kati abantu abasinga abali mu UAE right now abataliyo before balaba mbu kino ekintu kipya nnyo era bagamba kulwaki bakireese kino ekyaliyo era nze nkenyini nagambe nakola visa change almost 6 times. A to A teyinatiisa abantu mpozi ekyali tutisa really like the before like when it just started, it's that because visa zero almost system, so like you might go then you might be deported, and which is very true. Even before we've seen even I know some celebrities who are being deported before from Dubai. Like if you go and you stay so long, for us they used to tell us if you go and you don't see, your visa is not coming out, go and hide yourself in the toilet, be in the mosque, be somewhere where they'll not see you around. So that was also scary, you know, but it shouldn't scare us. A to A, it means airport to airport. Chitegeza ogenda just Oman, twagendanga Oman noberayo for like let's say 3 days, your visa oba like irudeo nnyo, then nebagikueleza ku simu yo, wakujikueleza ngogenda wali kugundi era no checking out no kame. You will not go on the ticket here two-way. It's a ticket. So when they tell you, let's say it's for 1,700, like me, I'm booking it at 1,700. So there is a ticket, you know, and there is also your visa included there. So you go to the airport, that's why we call it airport to airport. Ovamo airport here Dubai, let's say, to airport here Oman, and then you come back. And then when you say bus to bus, you go to the bus, but with bus, you actually have a hotel to stay there like for 2 days or 1 day until when the visa comes out.
So that means you need, let's say, visa if you're going to Oman.
Yes,
with
we
the
also,
bus,
so the money also includes with the visa.
Well.
Exactly. So the money also includes with the visa. But most times, sorry, like we don't advise people to do the bus, you know. But now it's available. Actually, I've been seeing people advertising on 30th. So there is also a whatever for bus. But before, they never allow Africans on going on bus. The reason why they never used to allow it because Africans, you know them with chaos and what. This is reality of the matter. We are chaotic. We bring problems to ourselves. That's the reality. Not only Ugandans or Cameroons or what, all Africans. We don't know how to like humbleize ourselves, you know. So you say a visa is delaying, people are going there, they start fighting, you know. We've been seeing this even at deportation, people are doing things that we need to expect, you know. So this is it. So they were not allowing bus to bus, but now there is a bus going. Like I said, there are people who have private quarters, so they can access this kind of systems, you know. So that is A to A, then B to B. What did you ask again?
Yeah, that is A to A, B to B.
Yes. And they still also visa change inside country, but for only Dubai. Like I told you before also, the visa change also used to be there, the Dubai one. And it cannot change actually, but just because some particular companies have them and some particular companies cannot access them. Now here's the challenge. The visa change inside country is actually very expensive. It goes up to 2,300, 2,200, 2,250. And if maybe someone like me who is selling it, me giving it to you, Richard, I might be knowing you because it comes with an absconding fee for almost 3,000, you know, 800, 1,000. So I must be giving it exactly. So that's why you see some companies will not give it, some companies will give it. Like it's so tactic, you know. And then the other visa we have is an extension. I think you've been seeing some companies advertising that we can do an extension from our own, because let's say if you have a visa that is written Ashley Tours and Travel, that person can extend your visa automatically in the system. So that is the extension they're talking about. You know, people just don't know the extension, the visa change. The visa change, you are changing the visa. Extension is from your same visa. Let's say you're from Ashley Tours, you're also just continuing for another 30 days. So that extension is available, but for only companies that have their own quotas. I think, for Ugandan companies, I think it's Speed.
Speed only.
Yes,
only
they have.
Speed that has
they have their own. They can extend if the visa has its own label there. They can extend. But if the visa is coming from Etihad, it's coming from, let's say, Air Arabia, no, it cannot, unless that is visa change only. And by the way, something very important: if you have a visa that has Air Arabia, please be careful. That visa is a very, very high-risk visa. For only 7 days, you'll have an absconding. Now, people don't understand absconding. And actually, this is very important. I would like to air it out. An absconding is really dangerous. It's a disease that if it comes to you, you're going to hate yourself. Because removing an absconding, it's very expensive, number one. Number two, it is very... It kills your whole morale. Like, you know, you feel like you're absconded, you cannot do visa, you cannot do literally anything. You know, with overstay, you have that hope, I can pay my overstay. But with absconding, now if you have an absconding from Abu Dhabi, if you really have a visa from Abu Dhabi and a Sharjah that is written Air Arabia, get scared. It's not good for you. So you have to be, like, for people to avoid to go in overstay. Visa you have to renew it, and do not breach yourself to the point of reaching an absconding stage. It's really difficult. To put in the renewal immediately before 5 days. Before 5 days. Yes, before 5 days, before 6 days. At least you give yourself like 6-8 days, something like that. So I wanted to explain something called absconding. You know, most people are asking, why did you put an absconding? We are putting absconding because you are running away from the visa. Literally, this is a visa that we are getting. Like I told you, we are getting it from a supplier. Let's say I'm buying it from a supplier. The supplier has given me this visa. So we have two types of visa, absconding and no absconding. So if the visa is for absconding, that means if you get lost with this visa, either I have to look for you to do the visa change. If I don't know you, then I have to put the absconding, you know. So I'm paying at the end of the day, and you also have to pay. Being charged. Exactly, and you also have to pay. But I'm not like I'm putting it because I want. Of course, I wouldn't want, because you know you're in my community. I would love to see you getting another job, change your visa. But at the end of the day, also you know, if you have these visas that are already on too much overstay, you're not able to apply other visas. Remember during the conversion, there's some visas that got stuck. You still remember, right? Yes. So there were many Ugandans who were overstay, and we were not able to apply. It headquarters was, you know, locked. You know, because there were many people who were on overstay. They have to abscond about 5,000 people. you know. There's a girl who you hosted here. He talked about your visa something. I'm trying to remember that whatever she said. She said about Ugandans do not understand the fact that your visa is your life.
We have one problem, that people and their visas are divergent. And in actual sense, it's supposed to be your visa, your responsibility. For example, agent ajja kukolera visa, akuwe visa, akuwe document. In Dubai, everything is online. You can change your visa status, you can check your visa status, you can check your residence status. It will show you everything. But because you know that so-and-so made my visa, you want this so-and-so to check your visa. And this so-and-so has like over 100 people. So how will he check all the 100 visas for different people?
You know, when you're in outside country, they look at the visa and they just don't take care of it, you know. And you know, someone would be like, this visa, you know. So it's really important.
They feel it is the responsibility
of the agent to remind you about your visa. No, it is your responsibility. You have to know that I have to change my visa before these kind of days. So absconding is really important. And if you have a visa from Sharjah and Abu Dhabi, you really have to always get scared. And people are asking, what you want to visa ya Abu Dhabi ne Sharjah? No. These are the visas that we can afford as Ugandans. Because I told you, like, to do a Dubai visa is 2,250. Okay, like right now, it's very expensive if you look at it, you know. So, but Abu Dhabi visa at least has been, 1,350. We know it depends also.
And you're also in the business to make something. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah. So, Ashley, as the peer of Ugandans in the UAE, your last remarks to Ugandans in the UAE?
My last remarks to Ugandans in UAE, first of all, I would like to say that our manners have deteriorated. Really? Yes. We are not the Ugandans we used to be, you know. When we came to this country, the proprietors, the people we found here were so distinguished, you know. People like Mr. Abbas, you know, Subuga, people like Mr. Abdul Basit, you know, when we came to this country, they would tell you like long time ago when they would come here, they would find free parkings for Ugandans, you know. I literally have seen it myself when I was looking for my second job and I was just walking around and the person asked me, "You're from Uganda?" I said, "Yes." He was like, "Yeah, Uganda." You know, the guy was literally very happy for me and I got a job within a blink of an eye, you know. But things have changed. Right now, if you say you're from Uganda, someone looks at you times two. You know, you understand my point? We're about 100,000 Ugandans. I would say this again and again. Whatever you're doing today, Richard, you're not doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for your kids, you know. It's not only you who has come here, but tomorrow also your kids would love to come to this country. But what footsteps are we leaving them for? Nothing right now. We have seen ourselves and people like, because of the kind of bad characters, now our visas are, you know, it is going to be more than that, you know. We have reached a point like we feel like also we want to buy other passports, you know, because of the way we are creating our names, you know. I would like us to look at like Kenyans, for example. Whenever you move in good companies, don't you see Kenyans as managers, you know? And how do you feel you as a person? No, this is the kind of impression we need to put in ourselves, you know, to realize that we as Ugandans, we need to step ahead, you know. We need to look at all those, you know, small characters we are doing and, you know, to leave them alone and to get to focus on what we left home to build home, you know. But now it's like we left home to come and spoil everything away from home. Okay, we are not following our steps, we're not following our culture, you know. Ugandans are very quite good people, Ugandans are amazing, you know, but we have literally forgotten what we are, you know, at the end of the day. So I would urge Ugandans out there who are watching, like, let us try to change ourselves, you know. Let us try to follow the rules and regulations of this country, because at the end of the day, we are creating our own damages, you know. So let us change our visas on time. Let us finish contracts if it's needed, you know. Let us become more like more important in this country. Let's create business. Let's invest in this country. Let us be like, for example, Indians. Everywhere you would see Lulu, you know, all these big people. They're just.
But I've seen some Ugandans on a small scale opening up groceries and doing businesses.
These are the kind of Ugandans we would like to see. We'd like to see more Ugandans doing more than that. You know, we can do this, Richard. It's not impossible. Everything can be done. We Ugandans can do more than this, you know. We've seen even also other nationalities doing more than this. So we can do this. I would urge Ugandans to be disciplined, you know, to to be focused, you know, and after that they're gonna see like everything they are seeing right now, it's gonna change, you know. That is most important. And I would also tell them to encourage them, okay, at this hard time, they shouldn't lose hope. It's nothing. This is a country and it has its own rules, you know, and the rules are going, when you go time by time, these rules are going to be, they're going to be softly, they will see like the visa change we are talking about, it used to be there before, it will come back to calm, everything is going to come back, even the price that is high right now, it's going to come and a moment it's going to be low, even the residents that are having a problem, they're going to be okay. So they should just follow up and they should look for updates from people they think that are really important in the community, and then everything is going to be fine. That is all.
Ashley, thank you so very much. Thank you for coming to the show.
Welcome.
And thank you for those remarks.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for watching. And before we let you go, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click that notification bell. Until next time, God bless you.